Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Allen throwing on second down. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That's going to be an intriguing matchup to continue to watch. You don't get in the playoffs without having a good guy to cover out wide. If they want to move on, get in the championship, then the Super Bowl, he's going to have to be big in this one.
And this is not basketball where you're worried about your star getting fouls and getting in trouble and maybe not playing as much. You take your number one guy, put it on their number one guy, and try and limit their offense.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up first and 10 at the 31-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Fournette, a first down carry, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. shotgun now for Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And McCoy loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
This give is to McCoy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On play action, Allen. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Bills. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's McCoy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for him right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's carry number 1 for Kenneth Dixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. It's caught. Jones. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there again as this offensive line. Is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Trent Murphy in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy. 372.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing now is Allen. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
On first down, they go with Dixon. Muscling free near the 40, and he's brought down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And now it's second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. On second down, it's McCoy. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Jeffrey's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, it's Dixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue line it.
Dixon on the pitch. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
11B.
Bortles to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the ball is knocked out. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Bortles going to throw. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, a piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Bortles now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. The 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Leonard Fournette. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Throwing is Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bills have cut it to within a score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here we go. Spread left, spread left, spread left.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hank.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
Completes it to Benjamin. And he will have the 1st down as he's up to his 17-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Allen. This complete to Jones. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
17, guys. Check him out.
On 1st down, Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Dixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They begin with a run by Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now Bortles. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Jaguars on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
11B.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Allen from the gun on third down, and that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Allen, gotta have this one. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And, oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Jeffrey's got it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. To throw is Allen. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Allen to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go, let's go.
Again, it's Fournette. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. Now the Bills will take another timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Bortles to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo. All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And incomplete to open things up. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Brady going to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Jaguars getting set to go. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And he is going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Bortles. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now out come the Patriots. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that is incomplete here. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. One step away from a Super Bowl, and certainly defensively a huge key. They got to take him out of the passing game.
So to do that, they've decided to take their best cover guy to put on him. And the reason they want to do that, limit his opportunities because they don't think the rest of the receivers can beat them.
He's got it to James White. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From midfield, here's Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That'll bring up second down. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that, look,
scratch your head a little bit.
Scratch your head. We're chuckling about the whole thing. Let's see how fired up he gets about it, though, because you know he wants to atone for his errors.
Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
50.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get him by he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A play fake for Burkhead. Now Brady. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll try and pound it in with Burkhead. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Rex Burkhead taking it in. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure if that doesn't happen to your team again, they've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Lucy.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing now is Bortles. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Here's a give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bortles. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, But the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Brady to throw on second down. Goes underneath here to White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now Brady, left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Brady going to give this one to Burkhead. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Rex Burkhead with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A handoff to Fournette. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 57 yards. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Blake Bortles with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And his kick is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Brady. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move. Brady hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now White lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Bortles to throw on second down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. The pitch to Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, here's Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is up to 5. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And his throw here's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Brady. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Breaks through the contact.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Miles Jack coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Hey, Alabama. Ready?
Now Brady throwing on second down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
No, 66.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Brady now to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Check. Green 80. Green is it.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Omaha.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Adrian Claiborne with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this throw will be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Running left, it's Fournette. And oh, he spins past him and into space. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 40 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Dante Fowler able to get in there and drop him behind the line. To throw on second down. Brady and a dump off to White. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. Operating from the gun, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Fournette. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw is Bortles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of... Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Devin McCourty brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Fournette, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
On first down, Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
This is Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A fake to Fournette, now it's Bortles to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Adrian Claiborne in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 23. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. From the gun, Brady. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
Sugar.
From midfield, here's Brady. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Brady again. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Edelman was the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Throw left, throw left.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now out come the Patriots. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lift.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. The 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Brady. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, Tuck Rule. And now the Tuck Rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back up with Tom Brady, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, even here, even now. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
you